Hello trainers, it's Elite Erlin. Last year I did a video on Eurovision Song Contest and what Pokémon every entry would have. So, we're doing it again this year. Eurovision Song Contest 2025. And we have quite a lot of entries to go through because I'm doing all of the ones that also didn't qualify for the big final, that just made it to the semi-final. Because sometimes some of my favorites don't even make it past the semi-final, which is really sad. So I just want to give every entry their own Pokémon. We're gonna feature them all in this video. And a quick note, last year, I know the video was blocked, specifically in my own country, Sweden, because we were the hosts. Meaning like the local TV company was like, oh, you can't use our footage, even though it's clearly transformative and, fair use, but they don't care. So it's possible, if you're Swiss this year, this video is gonna get blocked in your country or something. I don't know what to do about that. We have a lot of countries to go through, so yeah, let's just get into it. Let's assign some Pokemon. And we're going in alphabetical order this year, so I hopefully don't miss anyone. First country is therefore Albania, with their song Sjerm. I don't know how to pronounce anything. Skodra Elektronike? I don't know. Anyway, I thought she was actually really cool. She looked so cool in her red dress and her straight black hair and all the fire, and the song was actually surprisingly cool. And then that guy comes in with a big nose, which I don't know, that's probably rude to point out that he has a big nose, but they were cool. And obviously, because it's a very fire focused number and she's wearing all red, we're gonna have to give this number a red fire type. And surprisingly, I can't really think of any red fire types right now, because Charizard is orange, Charmeleon is more red than Charizard, but it's also kind of orange. And I don't know if I want to dish out a legendary like Ho-Oh in the Magmortar. That's not really the vibe. It's harder than it seems to find a red fire type, huh? Maybe Oricorio, Bale style or whatever, the fire type style, because it's red and it's got some black trims on the feathers that kind of matches her black hair. I mean, the dancing is probably not the right type of dancing, but I think it fits and I feel like it would dance with her. So we're gonna give her Oricorio. Next country is Armenia, and this guy is really putting the men in Armenia. Yeah, Survivor by Park. Anyway, I thought it was really cool. It was very masculine central. He's shirtless, he's running, he's wearing black leather pants or something probably. And he was pretty cool. So obviously he needs a masculine Pokemon. And I know it's very Gen 1 of me, but I think I'm gonna give him a Machoke. Because they're literally wearing black pants. Machoke and Machamp. And I feel like Machoke is a better choice. Because then they match, because he doesn't have 4 arms, this guy. I feel like they'd be running together on stage and it would look pretty epic. So yeah, he's gonna get a Machoke. Next we have everyone's favorite European country, Australia. Milkshake Man with Gojo. This was a very obvious meme number. I don't know, it's pretty funny, pretty weird. And, there's only one Pokemon we can give this guy, and it's Miltank, because the whole song is about milkshakes. And we're not gonna read anything further into the text. It's about milkshakes. Nothing else than milkshakes. So he's gonna have a Miltank, and since he's wearing blue, I'm thinking we're gonna give him a shiny Miltank, because it's gonna fit the vibe more. Just me casually looking up that shiny Miltank is actually blue, and I'm not mistaken about that yet. Okay, it is blue. That was really easy to decide, but what else could we give him? He's the Milkshake Man! Next we have Austria. JJ Wasted Love. This was the winning performance. Did I like it? I mean, not really, I don't care for the song at all. But I mean, the performance itself was pretty artistic and cool, just not my type of song. The right song never wins, that's part of Eurovision. I don't think it's controversial to not like the winner. I didn't even like the winner last year. I didn't particularly care for the winner. The one Sweden won either, so But anyway, this guy really needs a black or white Pokemon. The problem is I'm struggling a little bit, because even though there are some Pokemon that are black and white, like Zigzagoon, Galarian form obviously, that's a very punky Pokemon, and this is the furthest thing away from punk. So he cannot have that. And then we have Pangoro, which is also very big and dark type, and it doesn't really fit the vibe. Bombardier, it's the same there, none of them really fit. So I think I'm gonna go with Vivian actually, the ice snow pattern, because that one is kind of fragile. It's a butterfly, It's fragile, it would get swept up with the winds, like the sails in his little boat. I don't know, I feel like that's the best one for him. Vivian Icy Snow Pattern. And Azerbaijan. Mama Gama with Run With You is the song. This is like straight up a disco song. It doesn't look like a disco song because they're wearing like fully black clothes, but they do have subtle like dark red glitter sparkles on their clothes. But then the number is like very dark and red, so you barely even see the glitter. I don't know, weird styling, but okay. Is there like a Pokemon that would fit a disco vibe that's mostly black but has like red details? Salandit maybe? Is Salandit disco enough for a Pokemon? Maybe Weavile. Yeah, maybe we'll give them a Weavile because like the feathers are a little bit disco, a little bit funky and fun. Well, the body is black. Well, it kind of looks blue, but you know, it's sorted under black, so it's a black Pokemon. Don't come at me. And it's got like the little, I don't know, coin in the middle. Yeah, I think Weavile. Yeah, we're just gonna go with it. Why not? Not why not, but Weavile. Belgium, Strobe Lights by Red Sebastian. And his name is actually literally from Red Sebastian the Crab in Disney's Little Mermaid. Which is kind of funny because my last video was literally a Little Mermaid gym video. But anyway, we have to go look at red Pokemon. And not only do we have to look at red Pokemon, we have to look at crab Pokemon because of course, we have to honor the crab. So let's see, we do have Krabby, we have Cloth, we have Corfish, we have Crabrawler, but Crabrawler isn't red, so we're gonna stick with the red ones. I think out of all of them, the most actually red one is probably Crawdaunt, because the other ones are kind of orange, so Crawdaunt is the automatic pick. Plus, it's got a big star on its face. You know, that's very Eurovision, very fancy, so that's what he's gonna get. Croatia, Marko Bosniak with Poison Cake. And the name makes it very obvious that we're gonna have to pick a poison type. The question is which poison type, like we could go Gen 1 and just pick out Zubat. I mean, we could pick anything from Gen 1, everything in that region is poison type somehow, I don't know. Oh, you know what, we are gonna almost go Gen 1. I was considering not to, but we're gonna pick Muck. But we're not gonna pick Gen 1 Muck, we're gonna pick Alolan Muck. Because of the color changing pattern, that is so Eurovision. That would be so cool on stage. His Muck just like flashing different colors. It would be epic. That's what we're gonna do. That was easy. Also, fun fact, I actually watched, among others, with a Croatian and he was so embarrassed that this was the song they sent, which I think is really funny. You shouldn't be embarrassed that your country sends a bad song for Eurovision. It's not your fault, and also Eurovision and memes go hand in hand. It's fine. Embrace the cringe. That's the only way to live your life. Next up, Cyprus. Theo Evan with Shh. That's the actual song name. It's Shh. Like, hush, be quiet. He's basically singing about how confident and great he is. And again, a performance that's like all black. What is this, the edgelord year of Eurovision? Now, come on. Black, red, can you pick a normal color? Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to go back to all black Pokemon. I mean, it's not like they have too much color-wise, but this is again one of those performances that is so black. I'm like, how could I give him another Pokemon? Let's give him a Seviper, because Seviper feels like a really confident Pokemon to me. It's always picking fights with Zangoose. I feel like a Seviper is a confident Pokemon. It's got a little grin. Look at him, so confident. Next country is Czechia, with the song Kiss Kiss Goodbye by Adonis, it's an X, Adonks, like a donkey, I guess, I don't know. Anyway, the title Kiss Kiss Goodbye is so like Eurovision. I learned English last week, like these are the two words I know, kiss and goodbye. You know what I mean? I feel like I can say that because English is not my first language. I also struggle. This is me. This was me when I learned English. Basically, it's all of us. It's fine. Anyway, I'm very annoyed by this one because it's wearing all white. Like, seriously, why is it like all white and all black in every number? What is this, the year of minimalism? In Eurovision, like, are you insane? Anyway, it's like a love song. You know, like a sad love song or whatever. I didn't pay that much attention to the lyrics, except it's got Kiss Kiss Goodbye in it. But very luckily for us, Togekiss literally has Kiss in the name and is an almost all-white Pokemon, so I'm just gonna give him a Togekiss. Next country, Denmark, Hallucination by Sissel. And finally we have a color that's not just black and white, because we have so much blue, That makes me really happy because I like blue. Obviously, my blue hair is maybe a clue to the fact that I like the color blue. But anyway, so I don't know if I'm gonna go with the title Hallucination. Like, you could pick like Tentacruel because it's got Confuse Ray. But that Pokemon, it looks too mean. The commentators here said that this woman is like really happy and bubbly and talking to everyone, and that makes me kind of lean to maybe a Sumaril, because that's a very cute and bouncy Pokemon. So why not? Why not is also blue, but that's not what I meant. A Sumaril? Yeah, let's just go with it. That's a really cute Pokemon. I think she could have a Sumaril on stage with her. That would be super cute. A Sumaril for Denmark. Estonia, Espresso Macchiato, Tommy Cash. I know this is kind of a hyped meme song this year, but just vocally for me he was pretty bad. But he did a dance that was pretty funny, he did a dance well, so I'll give him that. But I also like, it feels really weird that he's just singing in Italian. It feels like he just woke up and wanted to pick a fight with Italy for no reason, because he's not Italian, he doesn't have like Italian ancestry or anything. He's just like, yeah, let's make fun of them for no reason, and that seems mean-spirited to me. I can't really get behind that, I don't know. I'm sure most Italian like literally don't care. Maybe it's too like try hard. I don't know why I don't like it. But it's fine if you like it, you know. We're gonna give him a Pokemon anyway. Unfortunately, there is no coffee Pokemon. So I don't know what to give him. I guess I'll just give him a brown Pokemon to symbolize coffee. Sudowoodo. We could give him Sudowoodo because Sudowoodo is pretending to be a tree and this guy is pretending to be Italian. So I guess that's the best fit we're gonna get for this guy. Sudowoodo it is. Next up, Finland. Erika Wikman with the song Ich komme. This one was a little bit controversial. It's controversial to me for a different reason, and that is because she is also wearing all black. Like, seriously, where is all the color this year? You couldn't pick any color now, you gotta be all black all the time, okay. I bet the next number is gonna be all white again, like, oh, it's Eurovision! Colors, please! But anyway, there's a really obvious choice for this one, and that's Salazzle. That's a saucy black Pokemon that's all female. It's perfect for her. They would so vibe on stage together. It would be really cool. So yeah, easy choice for her. France, Maman by Luan. And I am crying right now. She's wearing all black. Of course she's wearing all black. Like, seriously, I'm going insane here. But we're gonna completely ignore the fact that she's wearing all black because there is sand in the background. She's sitting in sand and she's playing with sand. So we're just gonna go for a ground type this time. Oh wait, the song is literally about her mom and there's sand. I think you can see where I'm going with this. A ground type that's all about her mom. Cubone! We're gonna go with Cubone. Because it's always crying about having lost its mother. It's sad, but it is what it is. It fits really well. Plus, personally, I think Cubone is a little cutie. In my opinion, I think it fits her. But if we weren't going to go with Cubone, I would have gone with a Alolan Dog Trio because they're blonde. I'm just putting it out there. They could have had Dog Trio, but that one is a little bit too memey for the song. Cubone is the official choice. Georgia, Mariam Shengelia with Freedom. Pretty sure this didn't make it to the final either. I thought the dancers were really cool. They're also wearing all black and she's kind of wearing a grey, silver, white. So, you know, again, with the lack of color. But she does have a costume change in the middle of the song where she's wearing like, kind of like a circus outfit. Do you know what I mean by that? I feel like a circus artist, whatever performer would wear this. I think it's the stripes and the pants. Something about the combo is like circus to me. Again, she does have a giant moon. Is that something we should go by? Or should we just go by like color vibes again? I kind of want to go a little bit wild and give her like a Hydrapple. Because Hydrapple kind of, you know, it pops out of the apple and it reminds me of like a Jack in the Box. And somehow in my mind that makes sense with the circus vibes I'm seeing. I feel like I'm not getting the song's vibe correctly probably. I feel like that maybe be disappointed in me, but Hydrapple is a cool Pokemon. And my brain has already made a choice, so Hydrapple for her. Germany, Aborantina with the song Baller. They're also wearing all black. It's an epidemic at this point. But that's fine, because they actually look cool. I'm gonna give them a pass. I actually really like this song. I think it's one of the better songs. It really grew on me. I especially like this live performance. I watched the music video and I was like, I don't like it as much. So, I don't know. I thought it was really great. They looked cool, they sounded great. Great performance. Anyway, let's give them a Pokemon. I feel like this girl could walk out with an Umbreon and that would be super cool and fit her vibe perfectly. So I'm gonna do her the honor of giving her an evolution. That's a big honor, just so you know. And I also want you to note that it's really amazing that I like a song from Germany, because Germany always does really bad in Eurovision. So, you know, I feel like they should get praise when they deserve it in Eurovision. Good job, Germany. And next up is Greece, Claudia with Asteromata. And do you see that? Is that a black dress? All black again? Oh my god. Anyway, this performance has a lot of fire, so we're gonna pretend she doesn't have a black dress. Actually, she does change into a white dress for the last few seconds of the song. Again, a change just at the end. But yeah, she looks really cool. She looks cute in her glasses. There's a lot of fire, so we're gonna give her a fire type Pokemon. Perhaps we should just go with a Houndoom, because they are black also. Black fire type. I guess that makes sense. So let's go with Houndoom. Iceland. Vibe with the song Roa. I really like the song, it was one of my favorites. I thought they were adorable. They're singing about rowing away in their boat, all in Icelandic. It's kind of memey, it's kind of fun. They're wearing all silver. I guess that's a step up from black and white, because at least it's sparkly. Yeah, but I mean, the boat theme means we're gonna give them a water type. I've got a few in mind. I'm thinking maybe like Ducklet, because it's a cute, goofy water type, kind of. Or Mantine is a very cute Pokemon, because like they can't have like a Gyarados, because that's too intense and, you know, scary looking. As far as a Pokemon can be scary looking, you know what I mean? Too intense. But also maybe a Celio, because Celio does feel like a very like big ocean Pokemon to me, and Seals are very cute and very bouncy. You know what, I think we're just gonna do that. We're gonna give them a Celio. Next we have Ireland. Emmy with the song Like a Party. I'm gonna give this song a Minior and then I'm gonna just move on. I'm not gonna talk about it too much, because that's the cursed dog and you do not mention her, because it makes me depressed. I'm not even gonna linger on it. Why would you make a song about an actual dead dog that humans chose to kill? That is so... I don't like it. So yeah, we're gonna move on. Israel. Seriously, you're gonna put this right after the dead dog song? Oh, that's annoying. I do want to point out that she's wearing all black. Again, we're just gonna ignore every other controversy right now. The only thing we're focusing on is the fact that none of the contestants in this contest is wearing any color. And again, we're just gonna quickly give her a Pokemon and move on. How about a Scatterbug? That's an all-black Pokemon. Yeah, just Scatterbug. Let's move on again. Italy. Lucio Corsi. Oh, I have to read it in Italian, okay? Volevo essere un duro. Clearly I don't speak Italian. But I think this song is really good. And even though he's wearing a lot of black, he is also wearing yellow details. I'm going to focus on that. I think he looks really cool and interesting, and the song is like, I wanted to be a tough guy, but I'm not. Which is kind of cute in a way. Paired with like the light yellow jacket, immediately my brain was like, oh, that's a Pichu. That's a cute little Pichu. Like, you just wanna be the tough and cool Pikachu, but it's still a little cute baby Pichu. I feel like that really fits him. And it fits the song, I don't know, I think that's so cute. Plus, he's got, you know, electric guitars, electric type Pokemon. I think it's the perfect fit. And I think he would be so adorable if he had a little Pichu sitting on his big shoulder pads. How cute would that be? Perfect match. Latvia. Tau Tomatoes with Burman Limey. Probably not pronouncing anything right. But these girls were so cool. They're basically like sirens or whatever that are, I don't know what they're doing, summoning you so they can suck out your life force in the forest. Something, I don't know. I thought they were really cool, very artistic. And I want to give them like a siren-like Pokemon. So the first thing that comes to mind is obviously like Primarina, because it's a mermaid. Same vibe there. However, Primarina is too pretty and fun and upbeat for them. I need something more creepy or more mystical. I could see something like Hatterene or Gardevoir, but I think I'm actually gonna give them an Ultra Beast instead. I'm gonna give them Nihilego, because that's the parasite Pokemon that it will like poison your brain and take you over and, I don't know, probably like suck out your life force. And it's a very feminine looking Pokemon. It would fit in quite well. Lithuania. Catharsis with the song Tavoakis. Don't know what that means. I don't actually remember this song somehow. But they made it to the final. Oh yeah, it's the guys. They were wearing like all gray, which is really boring. And then they like never smile, because that's their vibe, you know? You gotta look cool in Eurovision. You can't have fun. So I guess we're gonna give them an all gray Pokemon. A lot of gray Pokemon don't exactly look happy, like Magnemite. What expression is this? It's just looking at you. But I feel like we should have a Pokemon that kind of frowns. Like it should look a little bit grumpy, like it's on purpose to be cool, you know? Maybe Glalie? Because it's basically just an angry face. Or should we go with a newer Pokemon and pick like Frigibax? I feel like Frigibax is a good one, because Frigibax is like a tiny dragon. It hasn't evolved yet, but it still wants to be a big dragon, you know? It's like, I'm gonna be cool one day. It's like, yeah, you're not quite there yet. Keep working on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wants to be cool, but it's not quite as cool as it thinks it is. No offense to the band, but you know, I think, yeah, we're gonna go with Frigibax. Luxembourg. Laura Thorne, or Thorn, I don't know, La Poppy Montleçon. I obviously do not speak French, but this number was really great. This is what Eurovision is all about. She is a pink doll in a big dollhouse. Super cool, love it. So I want to give her a cute pink Pokemon to match her, or a fairy type, or a Pokemon that's, you know, looks like a doll. I think Alcremie is a very strong contestant, because it has the doll vibe and it's very cute. However, I've kind of landed on actually giving her a Sylveon, the great honor of receiving an evolution. It would fit her so well in the dollhouse, and not only that, if you played X and Y, you should remember that Valerie's gym, the first fairy-type gym leader, is literally like a little dollhouse. So as a reference to that, I want to give her a Sylveon. Malta, Miriana Conte with the song Serving, and we just don't know what she's serving. I guess we'll never know. That's a shame. Anyway, in the beginning of the video, she's wearing a giant yellow poofy dress. So we're gonna focus on that, because once she has her dress changed, guess what? She's wearing like black and red again. We're not doing that again. We're jumping on a Jello. I could see her having like an Electabuzz. That would look cool on stage, I think. I don't know if there are any like strong feminine yellow Pokemon, if you know what I mean, to match her serving vibes. Ooh, actually, of course, there's Vespiquen. Obviously, yellow and black. Yeah, Vespiquen all the way. That's what we're giving her. Montenegro, Nina Zizic, I don't know. Drobodolls, I do not speak these languages, send help. I'm sorry for butchering the names. Anyway, she's wearing all white. Again, not much color, but that's fine. You know what? Because she is wearing this round white thingy, and that makes her look like a walking snowball. And what Pokemon is a walking snowball? Darmanitan! Galarian form. That's what she's gonna get. That was so easy. So easy. And Netherlands. Claude with C'est la vie. And let's see. I did not care for this song. I mean, it's fine. There's nothing like wrong with it, and my friend really loved this one. She said it was stuck on her brain all the time. So it's fine. I don't know what to give this song. He is wearing a color, but the color is basically a sort of dark brownish red. So I don't know. I mean, maybe a Lillipup. Because why not? I don't know. I feel like he looks cute with a Lillipup. Like, that's my whole reasoning. Is like, if he had a little dog on stage, that would be cute. That's my whole reasoning. But you know, let's just go with it. Lillipup. And the next country is Norway. Kyle Alessandro with Lighter. I really liked his armor, whatever to call it, like that he's wearing. I thought it was really cool. I'm weak for like medieval clothes, I guess. I don't know, armor is really cool to me. So one of my favorite outfits in Eurovision this year, and obviously therefore I gotta give him a Pokemon that has armor in some way. So I'm thinking maybe like an Aggron, possibly, or Laron even, or Kommo-o, but Kommo-o isn't really the same vibe of armor, even though I really like Kommo-o. Or I may even go to the literal armor Pokemon, Armarouge or Ceruledge. And, well, given that the performance has a lot of like fire in the background, I feel like we're gonna have to go with Armarouge then. Yeah, that would be perfect for him, I think. That would be perfect for Norway's performance. Really cool. And the next country is Poland. Justina with the song Gaia. And the key part of this performance is when Justina is just carried into the air and there's a giant dragon in the background. So obviously we're gonna need to give her a dragon type. Okay, so I mean a Dragonite is kind of too friendly looking. Her outfit is kind of green, so I guess we should try to give her a green Pokemon. I mean shiny Dragonite is green, but again a bit too friendly. Maybe a Flygon. Flygon is green and it's got wings. So that's my choice now, I think. Oh, actually, I think there is one choice that is better, and that is Hydreigon, but shiny, because that's also green. Plus, her outfit has like holes in it, kind of like it's been torn up, and that kind of matches Hydreigon's vibe. So, yeah, Hydreigon. Portugal, Deslocado by Napa. And this song actually kind of didn't make an impression on me. I saw them listed in my little list here and I was like, I do not remember this song at all. But yeah, it's not a bad song. I'm not a fan of slow songs, so it didn't stick in my mind. But it's not a bad song or anything. They're okay. I think I'm just gonna go on vibes for this one. And the vibe they're giving me is like Togedemaru. Like I feel like if they had a Pokemon, it would be Togedemaru. I can't really elaborate on it. If they put it on stage, I would be like, yeah, of course they have one of those. You know what I mean? So yeah, Togedemaru. In San Marino, Gabri Ponte with Tutta l'Italia, which is, you'd think this was Italy, but it isn't. It's San Marino. And this song was really boring to me. I mean, if I was Italian, maybe I would like it, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, it's just not my vibe. It's just like a basic party song. And yeah, they're basically wearing all black again. Of course they are. I don't know. Does anyone know an Italian Pokemon? We need an Italy region, don't we? That would be cool. I don't know. I'm just gonna give them a Grumpig. I don't know. Just why not? Let's have a Grumpig for these guys. Next up is Serbia. Prince with the song Mila. And you know what? He's wearing red, so I'll give him that. However, I'm not a fan of ballads. I find them so boring. It's not you, it's me. You know what I mean? I don't like ballads. I thought he looked really cool, and then I heard the song and I was like, majorly disappointed. I wanted something fun. I'm sorry to this guy. But because of this, I'm gonna give him a Marcago. And this needs a little bit of a backstory. And the backstory is that my friend told me when she was a kid, she bought one of those Pokeball toys that come with a random Pokemon. And she was really excited to open it. And then when she did, it was a Marcago. And that's not a cute Pokemon, so she was really disappointed. So I feel like as a red Pokemon that represents disappointment, it works for this one. Sorry, Serbia. I mean, he has a good voice and everything, it's just not a song for me. Slovenia. Clement with How Much Time Do We Have Left, which was apparently a song about his wife, I think, who had cancer but survived. Which, you know, that's like a nice thing to sing about, but the song is so boring and I do not care for it. However, the stage at least kind of looked like stars with all the lights. I think that's the intention, so perhaps I should give him a Starmie or a Staryu, or I could just give him a Solrock, because a sun is a star, so, you know. Solrock, yeah, let's go with Solrock. Also because Solrock, you know, it pairs with Lunatone and it's about his wife and they're a couple. I don't know, it makes sense somehow in my head. Spain, Melody is a diva. She starts out by wearing, you guessed it, all black. But she does have an outfit change into like silver, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that looks silver. Every contestant is like, oh, I'm gonna wear all black. I'm gonna be so unique and quirky and cool, and then they all are wearing black. But anyway, I mean, it was a very Spanish song, very spicy, very Eurovision. So what do we give her then? What's a diva Pokemon? Flamigo? It kind of feels like a diva just because it's a flamingo. Jinx? Is Jinx a diva? I feel like I can't give her Jinx. I mean, I kind of like Jinx, but most people don't like Jinx, so that seems like an insult. So Aromatisse then? But then again, people don't really like Aromatisse either. What's a diva Pokemon? Oh, actually Meowstic. Female Meowstic feels like a diva to me. She's got a diva vibe, so yeah, let's go with that one. Oh, would you look at that, we've arrived at the best country, Sweden. Kai with the song Bara Bara Bastu. Finally, a song I can pronounce correctly. So, I was very behind this one. I did not think Sweden would send a meme song because, fun fact, we have an international jury that never votes for the right song, so we always send like mediocre pop songs, except this year they were like, okay, fine, you can meme for 1 year, and we all cried happy tears because we never get to do that, except this year. So obviously, because it's a song about taking a sauna, that's the whole point of the song, it's literally just about taking a sauna. We gotta have a hot Pokemon. Gotta really steam it up. So, I mean, I want to give them like a cute, memey fire type Pokemon. That's the goal. There are a lot of fire types, so... Torkoal is a good choice. It does have like the hot smoke. So I feel like that's kind of sauna vibes, but it's not silly enough. I need a Pokemon to be more silly. So for that reason, I have decided we're gonna go with Darumaka, because that is such a cute little silly Pokemon. I feel like, yes, this is the vibe we want. Second choice would be like a Fuecoco, because that little empty stare, it has zero thoughts in its head. That would also work, but I am going with Darumaka. Next we had Switzerland, the host country for this year. Zoe Me with the song Voyage. I did not care for the song at all. She had a really great voice, but again, I do not care for slow songs. I can't help it, so I was really bored. Sorry girl, great voice though. And I don't know, she's wearing a red dress, so are we gonna give her a red Pokemon? Yeah, probably, because I don't care to think more about it than that. So, what's a random red Pokemon? Janma! Janma is a cute Pokemon. I have not looked at the lyrics at all, but the fact that it's called Voyage, I feel like, I mean, Janma flies around, that's on a voyage, right? I don't know, it's fine. She can have a Janma. Janma is a good Pokemon. Ukraine. Cipherblatt with Bird of Prey. This song is interesting because it started out so well. Like there's a girl singing in the beginning and her voice is like so magical and so good. And then it cuts to the actual band because she's not actually in the band. She's just like a background singer. That was such a shame. If she had sung the whole song, I would have voted for it like in a heartbeat. It was so good. But, however, the guy who's actually singing, he is such a vibe. He's wearing all pink. Like bright pink at that. Do you know how much I appreciate this after every entry has black? Thank you so much, Ukraine. Gotta give him a Pokemon that matches the color, of course. We need a bright pink Pokemon. What bright pink Pokemon are there? I mean, there are quite a lot of pink Pokemon. Licky Licky. I don't know why that's the first pink Pokemon I thought of, but Lurantis? Lurantis is a very like elaborate, cute costume. That could work. Why not? And then also Tinkatink and the whole line, of course. Tinkatuff, Tinkaton. They're all very pink, but they're also like a little bit too... I don't know. They're tinkers. They work on stuff. This guy has not worked a single day in his entire life. He's a little Ken doll, you know what I mean? He's more of a Spritzy. Actually, maybe I should give him a Spritzy. Or a Flamigo. Which one is better for him, Spritzy or Flamigo? I guess Spritzy, because Spritzy does have the little hair fluff, and he is a blonde boy with a little hair fluff. Yeah, I guess we'll go with Spritzy then. And the very last country and the very last song, United Kingdom, Remember Monday, with a song What the Hell Just Happened, which is pretty much what everyone said when they watched this number, because it's kind of a garbage song. I don't think anyone from the UK minds me saying that, because they usually send garbage songs to Eurovision. Except that one year they sent Sam Ryder, and I don't understand why they don't send him every year, because he was amazing. And then every time after that they just keep dropping the ball. Why do you do this, UK? I know you've got good music. But anyway, garbage song, however, extremely cute outfits. I think the pastel colors are so cute. I'm a sucker for pastels, so I like that. So let's go with giving them a cute pastel colored Pokemon. There are a lot of them. Muna, little flower patterns, that's cute. You could even give them like a, I don't know, a Gorbis. It's also pretty pastel colored. Audino, Deerling, so many. I mean, I could give them a Bruxish because it's got pink, blue, and yellow, which is their colors. However, Bruxish is, of course, very bright and colorful. I'm thinking Hatterene because that's like one of the most pastel, multicolored Pokemon I can think of. However, Hatterene is way too cool for them, so I'm gonna de-evolve it. Not into Hatterene, but all the way to Hatenna. Because they can't have a final evolution. The song was too bad. They're just gonna get Hatenna. Please let me know in the comments if you agree with my choices, especially if you're from a European country. Let me know if I got it right, because a lot of the time there will be things that are like really obvious in the song lyrics, in the language it's sung in, and I just completely missed that, of course, because I don't speak the language. So let me know if the choices were any good or if they were garbage. And I'll possibly see you next year again for another Eurovision, who knows? Apparently this is like a thing I do now. You can also go back and watch last year's choices, I guess. I don't know. You can do whatever you want with your time, but I'm very happy you chose to watch this video, so thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, trainers. Bye!